Welcome, guys. Freaking Wednesday. What a squeeze. First thing first, it's gonna be a volatile as heck today. Just because we know that Paul's gonna speak, and that always is and will be a quite volatile event. Right? It can go both ways. No matter what's gonna happening, you settle down and see what the chart's gonna be giving you and then react to it. If you are not experienced trader, and you are scared of those kind of events, you don't know what to do, stay away. Let the chart settle, let the price settle as well, and then make you move, right? If you are not already covered both ways, then please, by all means, put your stop loss in break even and or take some profits or even step out from it if this is too scared for you. Anyhow, moving on. There are some things that I want to mention and want to point out that I'm kind of looking at it, not really care what's going to happen today on the speech. I'm not really that fundamental guy that I'm waiting for the numbers coming in, whatever, and I'm going to trade from it. I'm always starting to on the point of the charts, and that's what I'm taking my trades from. Don't care what kind of event is going on. Overall, we are still freaking squeezing. This is quite a heavy squeeze what we have since I can't even remember when it was last time we had this kind of squeeze. But we are literally not only regaining the highs on the wick and the close on the 4-hour, we are still grinding into that resistance area from the 94-ish area. So we still didn't regain that. We are grinding into it. There is really a lot of things going on below us. So if we start to run the lows, what's quite possible in my opinion, I'm gonna mention something that I'm quite long time already waiting for it. That's gonna happen. But there is a lot of orders like holding the price, and below us there's start to get really a lot of bids that still didn't get pulled, or they are still waiting for something much more, in my opinion, than to the upside. Yes, to the upside we have a little bit more liquidity to grab, but overall there are much more people waiting below us for any price coming down. You all know what I'm thinking about this whole pattern, right? That up movement grinding stuff. So for sure, that could be a liquidation grab to the for the lows. Any grab of the longs that have been already built, take them out, and then the price can move in either direction, right? But let's see how that's going to be bringing us. On top of that, we are technically grinding on that side as well on the long and short ratio. If someone is really paying attention to that one, we didn't reach the neutral line zone. We didn't even flip. We didn't, let's say, quote unquote, kiss with the long and shorts. So that patch didn't even happen yet. We're still on the way. It can happen, but we still are in the same movement that we used to be, even like a couple of weeks or in October away. So just be aware that this is still grinding upwards. We are still holding the price. We didn't even get that whole liquidity grab to the downside or even to the upside. There's a lot of stuff going on around the 100K. So if that's going to be the turning point, or we're going to get close into that one, that's one of the shortened shorts what you can get. Moving on, I'm going to keep that on the side for a second. Need to pay attention for something. Moving on, there are a couple things that I want to point out. VIX, that's going to be showing as well quite a lot of volatility today, either both ways, right? So the point of interest and the areas that you should be paying attention is 18 and 15. Right now, as I've been mentioned, this is the range that you are in, and you even can go sideways. But if something's going to happen today, and that's said with the market, because that's going to be reacting on the news, what's coming in from Paul, that people are scared or whatever, that's the reaction what you're going to have it in. I have even no clue when that meeting is. But then you want it to become below 15.7. Everything below 15.7, that's one of the perfect scenarios that you can have for the market. Get the volatility as low as possible. If you get above the 18, that's of course going to aim for down price, right? This is the area that you should pay attention on. No matter which time frame you are on, this is the range that you're going to be in it till you're going to regain or fail from any levels. Most perfectly, get back below 15. if you're gonna get that, or even close to that. If you're gonna get that, that's gonna be shown in a couple hours, I guess. Moving on, Dixie, and we still are in between the 99 and 98.7 area. So this could be a range as well on it, but if we start to get really lower, but to break the rest of the lows, what we still holding on, overall the whole movement is not changed yet, till we're not gonna break that whole stuff that we grind up into it, right? Eventually, if we start to flip 98.2 and hold that and get back at 100, that regain shouldn't be even a problem, right? Because that was the high that we fell from, and that was a quite significant failure from the high to break the first low and settle down on the second one, 98.7-ish. So be aware that we still can go lower and do some damage to the downside, but that shouldn't be that significant until we're not gonna get really, really low to the lower of 96. That's gonna significantly change fundamentals of the whole market. So far, this is still up movement. We just broke a low. Not much to say about it. Delta 3, it looked quite good. I mean, it's still looking good because we still are doing the same up grinding structure that the whole market is doing as well, technically. So we did settle new higher high and higher low. That's the first time ever we broke from the all-time high and we settled that high. So that's something significant to hold. And yes, we still could go even as low as minus 4% on the whole market. And that's a total 3 micro 4%. We're going to get back to 83.7. And that's the hold that you need to hold. Breaking that, then all the structures you did, that doesn't mean nothing. And you start to get back at between the 870, 780 area, that range over here. Be aware. But then starting to get into the higher price section over here with this wick on the daily, you've been retesting already that high. So regaining that and getting higher up, that's not going to be even an issue as well. So then for sure, I can say you're going to settle a new higher high. And then you have the continuation. But that will be shown in a couple hours as well, how the market's going to react. Gold, it's already in freaking week already. A little bit longer. 2-3 weeks already in freaking sideways. Starting to cool off. That's good. And sideways, we're still holding the piece. We're still holding the highs on that one. You don't want to get back below 4.1. And then we might see a pop, right? If you're not going to get lower at 4.074, then we're still aiming to get that pop on the gold. Not much to say about that then. And over here, dominance, as you've seen, that start to decrease as well. In dominance, we start to get back at the high that we settled almost, that's 58%. We didn't regain that high, so we could settle a new higher low. That will be really good for potentially for the market. Let's see if we're gonna aim for that. If not, we start to break at 58.4. So breaking that whole shenanigans, we might see some bigger movements. But yeah, let's see. All gonna be said in a couple hours when the market's gonna settle down. We have really quite enormous squeeze right now going through, and to be honest, in between there are some really sideways and quote unquote dead price action. Not much of volatility. Even we had those big moves in between. Overall, we didn't change anything because we still fighting this resistance of this RSI flip that we get from 93.4. We literally just retested for the second time. So we need to flip that, hold the price above that. There is some potential of getting back at the low that we settled in the last week. Yeah, on Sunday, before Sunday, the whole couple days we had this price action as support. That's as well quite a good aim to get back at it and then reverse and go higher up. Hold that low, will be fine. Getting back at the low of 86, you start to get into the low leverage area. And then there is one more pocket below as the lowest one, what we settled. Technically the bottom so far. That's what you want to hold on. You want to break that. If so, then you start to get back in the 70K area. So let's see. We've been flip-flopping between the longs and shorts, so let's see who's gonna, quote-unquote, win this situation. We've been collecting some volume below us, so that's still good. Overall, if you zoom out, there is technically not much on the heavy side. It's all low volume left above us, right? The most biggest one we took just a couple days ago, sorry, yesterday, we took that area of high liquidity over here. We put rate trades all the way over here, 88 or even a little bit lower, and then start to grind a little more and pop it, right? Because still, this is a lot, but that's not the biggest one anymore, okay? So be aware of that. Harmony quite overheated together with the stablecoin as well. Sorry, on chain. So potential for any pullback on that one, or even a little bit more into that area of 70% continuation. Large caps were heavy already, been heavier on 71%. We dropped down below the 60. So let's see if we're going to keep that. If we start to flip again, then of course you're going to see the difference in the market potential. Moving on the capital flow index. Finally, we see some changes also in spread on it. We are not that squeezed anymore to the downside. We are a little bit more like over the whole place. So technically potential for some movements, either way, both ways. VIX are start to pick up the pace again. Dixie is still low, but holding on the -60 area. And then Bitcoin start to get back at the neutral line finally. So that's good to see. PEX decrease a little bit, and then ETH start to pick up as well quite heavily. That's been showed as well on the charts. SPX drop a little bit as well. Overall good, and I like that the portfolio is spread as well. So there is not really that tight squeeze below the area of -20%. I like that. And technically my bags like that as well, a little bit. So yeah, moving on the chart especially, and I want to point out some things as well. Overall, daily wise structure, as I've been mentioning on the wick, we did settle a higher high, but not on the body yet. That's the daily. So this is still the area, and I've been mentioning the yearly quite heavily as well, that it's gonna hold us. So we are still didn't flip that. The yearly as well is the whole RSI level at the same pace. So be aware that flipping that above yearly on a high time has daily close above it. That's a freaking go, and we're gonna go higher. Getting back at the lows, still possible. We didn't test them fully, so this is still possible to get back at 86, and I would like to be there as low as it gets. Getting lower than 86, every single low and level been already tested, so that will slide us a little bit low deeper into the 70k. So staying on the daily, I want you to mention that this price action, what we're having over here, and of course it's a little more extended and differently. I don't say it's exactly the same, but we're starting to do this whole move. And if we start to set a new low, not regaining the next high like we did over here, we could flush all of the longs to the downside as well. Why I'm aiming for this kind of price action? Technically, in my own point of view and how the market behaves and how I read the market, this move, it's not only a fake out, and it isn't, because you settle a new low, that's fine. You wipe every single liquidity what you built below here. You flip the long or short with it. Right? This was, if you go back over here, right? So technically, look at this whole price action over here, right? That build up that you have over here, and you decrease on the long and short, right? So you start to touch and meet in the middle. The first touch, that's not really something significant, but then the second one is the key that you wait for. And look when it's happened. Yeah, that flush, what we could have maybe today, who knows? But let's see how the market's gonna react to the whole shenanigans. You failed on regain the highs, right? That was a perfect short because you failed the low over here. You failed the high, and you went all the way to the lower low after the low that you settled over here. You created a lower low. So you wiped all of the liquidity to the downside. And then that's the second touch that you did it on a long and short, and that was the flip. And that's what bring you all the way over here, right? And even higher up to all-time highs. So if you get that, then that's certain price actions we might flip the long and short, right? On the second touch or whatever, even on the first one can be as well. We don't need to do exact the same, but something like that wipe. I didn't see it like from, okay, not talking about this event over here, but either way, that's the same exact thing, right? That event flipped the long and short as well, quite heavily. So, right, I hope that's a little bit clear. I don't know how to explain that point of view of mine, what I'm seeing into it, but that's why I've been always mentioning this whole price action upwards movement in grinding into that resistance area. I mean, it's asking for nuking all of the lows and getting all of the liquidity for potential higher movements to the upside. Right, in my book, how I look at that. So this could be potentially doing same thing, right? If you're gonna do it right now and then something like that, or even a little bit deeper, right? But yeah, that could be the reason. And overall, we are starting to get quite into the neutral line. Still didn't flip on the cash flow, so that's still possible to go even lower or starting to flip into that. So potentially, yeah, that's what I'm aiming. For me as well, like we've been steady holding on this area, right? This is your freaking resistance, like the no-brainer. And like getting into that so many times, like do one more wipe and then flip that. Yeah. Then that's gonna give you the up movement into the 100K or maybe even higher up into the 160. Grab all of that liquidity, right? So that's something that I don't know stuck with me for a while and kind of aiming for it. Either way, I'm positioned as well in both ways already, quite heavy. But that's the point of it. Overall, 4-hour price action, it already shows that on the Wave Master, on the 4-hour, we could see potential pullback. Already we technically doing that. So watch out for this as well. This one likes to do one of those as well, like most of the times, right? So watch out as well. That kind of price action if you start to blast through everything. But if you're gonna see any cash flow reversal coming in on 4-hour, then that could be as well the potential to retrace a little bit lower, right? The low that I'm aiming for first, that's definitely the low of this area, 98-ish area as the local. Below us, the area of 86. And then, of course, I would like to have the better option to get back at the lows, but that's start to get a little bit more iffy and dangerous, in my opinion. But yeah, that's all fine. So those are the area to aim for, because still this pin settled quite nicely as a support. But every single thing to the left side of it, it's been tested. So breaking all of this area, like the 90 or 89 stuff, break that, you're gonna slide back into this area over here, the support from here. So if you want to see the squeeze, then as easy as it gets, you can switch on the ALGO master, and there it is. Like this already shows you how heavy we are squeezed into this whole price action. This room is quite loosely left behind for it, and we are stacked from both ways. So let's see what's the price going to give us in a couple hours. But so far, this is still up movement, right? We regained a high in my playbook. Not everyone agree with me on that one. On 4-hour daily, not that much, but on 4-hour we did. We closed quite significant higher on the wick and on the body. So that settles already a higher high. Let's see if we're going to hold this. Also in the weekly open, what's been really sneaky close above the previous one in the December, so quite strong, and you had the reaction from it, of course. Now hold that, could be perfect, right, for potential up movement. But either way, we could do something like this, some bigger stuff, and then move higher up. So this is technically the two ways that you always thinking that we could do. And let's see which one gonna settle first. Okay, so that's on the liquidity. Do I have the bands on? No. And we are still like grinding into that poor trend area already since a couple weeks. So it's been a while that we did some bigger price action. And this is a little bit killing, right, for trend and as well for trading going sideways. Not everyone likes that, especially now. We saw that as well in with the bot master, right? That the bots don't like the sideways move. Like most people knew that, but the new ones are learning about it. So this is a choppy side. It is. It's grabbing liquidity both ways all of the time. Like I've been saying, you switch on the liquidity, like to the upside. Not much, to be honest, left. Right? Yes, there is some thick liquidity, low leverage. A higher leverage is more to the downside as well, and a little bit more thicker in the pockets than to the upside. But yeah, this stacks together. It gives you quite a lot of liquidity, of course. But by the look of it, it doesn't look that appealing. But it could go either way, like always, right? So that's what I will wait for. If we're gonna start to get back at definitely March area, like this area over here, I'm gonna buy the shit out of it as well and add to the positions no matter what. And yeah, if we're gonna blast through it, then by all means, that's fine. I'm covered either way on that. Right now, I will not even bother to look for position locally on this price action, on even on scalping. That's asking for trouble. So if you are not really settled down right now in a position, then don't bother. Wait it out. Then overall price action, where we could go if we start to go higher. So for me, there are 2 points of interest right now. I'm always the guy that I don't care about the highest peak because that's like hoping for like I don't know miracle or something. I don't not always looking for that one at all. I always look what we are gonna get in between. So first thing first, my first aim is this high, right? So that's the high of 107 and 105 area. That's the failure and as well the quite heavy RSI flip what we did because that's been holding us for May, almost a little bit more higher. Yeah, so from mid-May, that whole price section been holding on 106 area. So that's heavy, really, really heavy RSI flip. So that's one that you should aim for and look for any weakness into the market if you're gonna get back into that, right? That's the short one position that you want to look at it. If we start to blast through it, of course, and get higher up, then the next area is this. The short from sorry, the area 1014, 1016 area. That's the area that you want to aim for because that was the regain of sort of retest of this high on the daily, what we failed from, and we didn't even come close to this all-time high. There is still fair value gap left behind on it. So that is my second like short if you're gonna get into it, right? It's not short for the bear market, but it's just short for like a period of time, right? So something like that. And then if you start to blast through it, then yeah, okay, that's the all-time high. That's a little bit no-brainer, I guess, in that scenario. But yeah, so far those are the area that I'm aiming for if we're gonna get there, right? And if so not, then of course the area if we start to get lower as well, let's mention that it's still the area 78 60 76 area. That's the area first that I want to see any holds or a reaction from it because that's the lowest point that you exactly don't want to break. And if you start to break that, that's the weekly loss of the low that you settled in April. The first time from all of the price actions we did from the high, from the above the all-time high or the previous all-time high, right? So I'm not really considering this. This is the area that you should pay attention if you start to get lower, right? Or close anything lower than that. So be careful. Let's erase all of that and switch on the levels. So yeah, like I'm mentioning, this pocket, that I'm still aiming for. If we start to get back in it, because we didn't test this area, we didn't be there yet, and we didn't get close into that one to do any damage or even something as a hold or regain of the levels again. Bits, they're a little bit stretched because they are start to get a little bit more thicker. I guess they are lowest as it gets already. Yeah, that's the ones that's still significant. So there's still bits into it, so we could wick into all of that shenanigans. So watch out if you're gonna do something like that. Wick, come close over here and close something like that, and continue. That's all possible, right? In the scenario of where we could go. Doctor, is it just my phone? What do you mean? Do you don't hear me anymore, or that could be. Discord is doing some weird shit for sure. But yeah, by all means, this can go both ways, and I'm technically aiming to catch one of them. So let's see. I have my order set, and let's see how many they're gonna be filled so far. But that's the gameplay. Moving on. Our favorite hype. This still doesn't show any strength in my playbook. So yes, you're doing exactly the same thing what Bitcoin is doing, right? Maybe not that extended and less scammy on the price action. But overall, we still didn't regain this whole resistance on 29. So potentially, we still could go back at 26 at the whole RSI flip from beginning of hype even. So let's see. This box is still there because those are my orders that I'm settled down till 23 if we're gonna get there. And that's, I don't know, in my opinion, this is bear market, but let's see if we even gonna get something like that. But overall, we still holding on the low, but we breaking on the structure on the body. So remember that we regain the high. We need to hold it now. Now you need to flip your the highest point on the 4 hour is the 30 bucks. Getting over here, flipping that and holding that RSI flip off the 4 hour high of the swing from low of the swing, which you settled over here, right? That should be the low technically. I don't know why is it in high. I think I was high on it. So that flip of that low that I'm gonna do over here, that's gonna bring you higher up. Then of course what I'm aiming for is the resistance at 35. That's my first biggest TP what's gonna be happening, and the second one is at the 42 area. That's been low key just twice tested on the first move what we had it, but we didn't get back into that pocket of resistance. So this is my second one, and then of course like all-time high and all that shenanigans. But those are the two areas that I'm aiming first for hype to get back at it at this pace. If not, we're gonna grind into the 26 still. Lovely purr, still a new low. I bought some either on spot back, and I'm still laddering into that whole long what I'm building from all of that positioning. Took some profit, but then yeah, let's see how this is gonna be playing out. We could go even lower, aiming on the Wave Master. Not really doing some big TA on that one because that's for me no brainer, buying the low and wait it out. Just because Pearl can do some random big ass pumps out nowhere, so that's why I'm playing it like that. Injective, still retesting the resistance and the whole bearish on the side retest what we settled down on the 6.1. Yes, exact the same move what Bitcoin is doing, that grindy pattern one, right? Like perfect one, wipe everything. I would love that and get up. But yeah, this is still doing exact the same thing because we're holding the lows, right? We're holding on the support, trying to regain. We're getting close, but still we're failing from it. Moving on. Solana still in this range of $20. So yeah, that's not much change. We didn't break out of this high over here. We didn't even close anything above it. We retested again. So if that's gonna get back at the lows, then I will not even be surprised. Like you still can get back at 126 because that didn't been tested fully yet. So this still is your support, right? AVAX, little more better price action, I would say, just because it's doing a little bit more on sideways squeeze like that, not into the resistance. So if that start to pop, then yeah, that could go either way as well. But if that start to pop, then yeah, I would like to see it back at 15 and regain that whole RSI that you fell from it. I would like to see regain, because then you settle this as you support, and that would be really perfect for it, especially for AVAX. Been having some rough time lately, and funny enough, my add-ons to the spot bags been hit like maybe 2 orders or something. So yeah, let's see. So far, still good. If you start to regain this area, so that means the 14.8 with that test of that resistance over here, that swing failure, that's perfect, because then it's going to be quite easier to regain the 15.1. So not much holding you down. But yeah, that's a little bit all on the most. Oh, let's see what ETH is doing. So ETH popped the resistance already area over here, and we're getting back at 3.39. So that's still good. Now you are aiming to get back at 3.6. That's, if I might borrow the stupefib, right? This is still the area that you start to get into resistance. If you see any failure, then yeah, this is your build up for a short right now, potentially. Yeah, could be. And look at that, 4 hour already on the oscillator. Start to get weaker. Awesome stuff. Funny that if yeah, that's a quite nice one. Perfect. Fold. That flip, that's grind to the upside, grab all of the liquidity over here, get back, grind, hold on it, and then that's fucking hell. The price action is a bit hectic. I think that's the reason as well, like why I don't trade on ETH that much. But yeah, this is what it is. Like this buyback wasn't even that significant, but then turns out like, yeah, we're gonna get back at the resistance, hold that. This has been heavy hold, by the way. Heavy freaking hold. Back at the low, like this flip. Like this is the whole RSI flip, right? What we all always mention it. That flip. And holding on the high, squeezing out, bang on. Let's see on the big pocket. Big money. Yeah, we could run it a little bit more higher. D5, but to fail. Nice. Happy for ETH. But then, sadly, not much moved with it. Also, something significant. I say, could be stand still. Need to close the 4 hour right now. What's this doing? Oh, look at that. Bit higher than I expected, but still into the RSI flip. Bang on. Daily lost. Cool. Nice. Nice.
Adrian, my man, how's it going,
Fucking
bro?
hell, you scared
All
the
good?
shit out of me. Hey, mate. All good, all good. Didn't expect you.
I got you, man. I
Mm-hmm.
crept up behind you and grabbed you.
Fucking hell.
How them charts looking, bro? I thought I'd just jump in your stream. I
Uh,
saw it was live. I
it's
actually saw
okay.
it live from the portal, and I thought I'd just
Oh,
jump in.
really?
How's it all going on the charts,
Uh,
bro?
So far, grinding into the resistance, right?
Yeah, because we've got it set up.
So for me, when I'm kind of like aiming, like, I don't know, like, I don't like this kind of price action at all, like, but grab all of the liquidity below and then do the up movement maybe. Let's see. But it's still like, yeah, we technically on the wick and a little bit on the 4 hour, we regain the structure, but overall higher time frame. Not really seeing it yet. We're still struggling with this whole resistance. It might pop today if everyone's gonna jump the gun on the news or poll speaking or whatever it's gonna bring it out. Let's see. So far, yeah, it'll be interesting.
I
But
do think there's a scenario where we get, you know, the prior swing low. So if you go like on the macro higher time frame, the big swing low, we could get that scenario where we get another sweep down into 74.
literally been talking about that.
That's definitely on the cards. I would just go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned it in my streams. I think it's a good thing to think about. I just think as of right now, though, if we are going to be keep hitting that resistance zone, it is getting weaker as you go. So what might happen is you could break it and pop up, then come down for the retest, find the higher low, and then continue up to 100k. But at this point, man, I'm long still. I TP'd actually yesterday. I TP'd actually all of it at 94, and then I'm kind of waiting because the head short at 94 keeps playing out, but we know that the low keeps. If you go on a lower time frame, like say an hourly or something, you can see that those lows are getting higher every time. Exactly like that. Yes, exactly like that. But we don't. It doesn't have to play out exactly like that. I'm just saying that's a definitely keep in your mind that you need to have stop losses just in case we do go to 74 again. But right as of now, it's a short into 94. But if we do get above it, the breakout is difficult to trade. We know that because it'll go up and break out, and you'll go long, and then it'll suddenly go back down and go to 74. So don't do the breakout trade. I TP'd at 94 just because it was such a quick move up. I made a joke on my fucking video, on my thing. I said, I paid for my lunch, got my lunch back. But I'm only been messing around with I've only been messing around here on leverage with $5,000 to $10,000 trades anyway. I'm not looking to. I wanted to get something more significant, but the price action hasn't given me a nice definitive time to say that's my entry, that's my stop. It's been a bit crabby up, so it's just difficult to. If you're literally sitting there at your computer all day and just like I call it nibbling in, you could probably do it, but it's just. I would like to see if I'm going to get a 50k long on it, really move down towards that 74, find a high low, and then bada bing, bada bong.
Yeah, literally, I've been starting the stream with this whole like this whole structure of it, the structure what we built, like that up movement over here, what we have, quite similar, and then we could nuke it through it, and then going back into it. That's as well, in my perspective, gonna be the area that we start to flip the long and short, because like if you zoom back and see what we did over here, that was the area that we like start to get into the all-time high, right? And the second touch on that, we got that flip, and right now, like, we technically building into that whole structure over here, right? So it could be similar, it could be like almost the same or whatever in the same way, or just a wig. But yeah, this is kind of like I've been aiming for like quite a while that we've been dropping into the 84-ish area, and I've been saying like I have a feeling we might do this. So let's see how that's going to be playing out. Of course, it doesn't need to, right? We can break out from it, but then come back into that RSI flip and then start to long anything if you want to, right back at the resistance what we are left from. So let's see. This literally can go both ways right now, right? Especially today because market's going to be quite reacting. But yeah,
it's kind of like there isn't a trade now. If we break out, you buy the retest of 94. That's the buy trade. And if we do fall now, you could have got into a head short at 94. I've been calling 94 for head shorts the whole way along it. But I would say that if you didn't get into the head short, you can't really do anything about it. It's either you break above it, retest it, get into a long, or you wait for it to actually drop quite significantly and try and get into a long towards the 74 side. And you're very likely going to get, like what you just said, a flip on the. That's going to be the freaky. Everyone's like the last hurrah. Like, oh my god, it's over. Everyone then starts shorting. That could be the fuel.
Exactly. I don't think they're gonna make easier on us that they're gonna give like a free trade to go higher up to grab all of that. I think there's gonna be like some movements like, yeah, let's wipe everything out. Let's make them short the shit out of over here, and then we're gonna get back and do some damage to the upside. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. It's gonna be interesting either way. I'm covered.
I only dropped in for a quick brief.
No worries. Thanks, man. It was fun to have you. Yeah.
You've got COVID.
I mean,
Did
my
you say that you've got COVID?
no. I'm a bit not sick, but under the weather lately. So not really COVID or something. I don't know. I didn't test myself. Like I don't care about that, but I'm a bit under the weather today. So yeah, fun that you are here.
Yeah, brother. All right, I just wanted to drop in, see how you're doing. But yeah, good stuff. Speak soon.
Thanks. See ya. Have a good one. But yeah, like you see as well, like most of us are on the same page. What we could do. So that's nothing special, I think, to say that this can go both ways and be careful. Right, what we're gonna do, and don't get like really caught up and this gonna go over here and start to short. Please don't be that person. If you are right now not in any position, then stay away. Let the price settle down and then take your swing on it, right? That's the most smartest thing what you can do right now, this kind of area and this kind of positioning of the whole market right now. So yeah, it is what it is. Like if you didn't been trading all of that already and you are not settling from high or sorry from long over here or even short from this high or even from this dump over here, then don't bother right now, right? Wait it out. I think that's the wise thing to do as well in this scenario. If and like you see as well, like those are only the predictions what we do just by knowing from historical moments that we've been there on the charts on the market and trading wise, so we know what it could do, but it doesn't need to, right? It can go either both ways. It's all predictions till we're gonna met the scenario like, okay, this is the low. Why? Because we're holding it, we regain the level, and now we start to look into the real trading ta of holding the support and long it, right? Flipping this area as well. Like we say always like don't trade breakouts, don't trade this. Trade when the price comes back, hold this, and that's your high. That's your low of for the long, right? So there are plenty ways to take advantage of it. But so far, yeah, that's the scenarios that I've been aiming. And believe me, like I've been freaking yelling about that actually for quite a while. Like I was trying to look it up today, and god damn it, that was a quite long time ago. I mentioned it for the first time. That's been 19th of November. I mentioned that. Like that shit goes quite long time already. So there it is. Not that I need to prove something, but it's just more like it was funny for me that I've been mentioning that already there when we not even been on the low of 84. Yeah, 84-ish. We didn't even reach that area then back in the day. So that was quite interesting to look it up. Believe me, it took me a while. I've been yapping way too much, I guess, lately on the Discord. But yeah, it took me a while to find it. But yeah, it's quite interesting right now as well. And this backs as well to this kind of price action. Like if we start to like right now, this really heavy cool off, right? So that said as well, we could get into the high, and that's going to be your failure as well. If you want the real TA, like this is the time that you short, regain that or get above this high, then cut it off and then let it run, right? But yeah, that's what you technically aiming right now. Why? Because not only that was the high that you get back from, was the low, so that wasn't not bad at all. If you settle this low, you still could go higher up, but then you start to fail and set a new low. So technically on the low time frame, this is already a lower low from the previous low that you settled. So, right. Oh, that's a bit clear as well. Right, this is still nice support area over here, right? If you're gonna get back into this area, then it's still fine. Nothing to worry about it. Hold that, perfect, right? Getting back lower, and we start to think a little bit differently about it. But that's gonna be quite interesting today. I'm really interested how that's gonna be ending up. Fortunately, every single time I'm saying that, not much of something that happened. I seriously miss, it's going to be weird, I'm going to say that. I miss this. I don't know if people can remember that. This. This whole volatile move, like that, my up movement going back and then freaking failing. That was sweet ass. I don't know if people can remember that. That was quite juicy. And then we had this one over here as well. That was Trump speaking, I remember. Quite significant because I've been freaking quoting the shit out of it over here with really tight ass stop loss. Fucking hell. Good old times. So yeah. Overall, that's my point of view. Guys, if you have anything for me to work on, then let me know. Check in the chat. A second. Oh, that's the Red Bull boy. Yapping. 2 hours. 2 hours? Is it? Oh, is it in 2 hours he's gonna speak? Ah, okay. Predicting every move. Predict every move. God damn it. No, I don't predict any shit. We need a 100x party again? Oh my god. Please no. Oh, please don't. Yeah, I think you remember, Lance, but you've been shorting that as well quite heavily. Yeah, I remember you're short about it. You've been sending that to me as well. That I think that was actually no, that's after your sessions. Yeah, you're welcome. That's on night. Is that the ticker? Night. Fucking sometimes I feel stupid. Don't remember all of the tickers, but it could be. Yeah, it could be. Looks like it's some new coin. Okay, let's go. Okay, then seriously, if that's the new coin, then I'm gonna choose the most shitty exchange ever. What do we have here? Oh, yeah. Okay. This is way too early to say something about it or to do any kind of TA, either on 1 hour. But let's say, and this is the only thing what you could have with it, right? So the only thing what's right now the most important for you is to not to lose this low, right? Losing this, I mean, then I will not even bother with it, right? But if you start to hold that, so that means you're gonna do that retest of the daily, right? You could technically try to scalp this also long, right? But overall, this doesn't say anything. I have no clue even what it is, but that's the only thing that I can bring you right now as a TA for it. But then let's say, okay, let's go for 10 minutes. Then, I mean, you don't want to lose this right now, right? But then hold on the fucking hell 0.06 area. Yeah, you regain that, but then this is your resistance, like obvious. So all you, most perfect scenario will be like this, right? Come back and then start to long it. That would be the most perfect scenario for you. Need to jump out. Yeah, have a good one, Orca. If you want really, really tight scalp, right? Then this is your scenario. If you are a little bit more patient, wait for the daily. If that's gonna be reaching. But then I'm wondering because it's already some ByBit even. There you go. It's a bit more too. So already you can know that this is your resistance that you need to break out from. If you consider this price action as a list price as well, so that's your previous high, low, lower low. That's the high, right? But you get back and over there, come back, holding that. That would be really good, strong positioning to go higher for it, right? If you start to hold all of that stuff over here as the support. So yeah, be aware this is scalping prospect only, right? Nothing to do with swings because there is any yet. Okay, so technically, yeah, this is a swing failure, but then that's the swing failure from nothing. But if you keep an eye on the daily, this is your point of view right now. This is as well your the point that you are aiming to get into it. Not the okay, so be aware, this is bullshit, right? The Q4 and yearly don't exist. Those levels are always setting up, or they're always going to be showing up when there is a list price. They are not there. That's not the real yearly or Q4. No, don't go by that. The weekly and the daily, that's true, because those are set somewhere over here, I guess, right? Yeah, the daily for sure. Weekly, is it already week old? No, it isn't. So the weekly is as well bullshit. So consider only the daily, right? I know it's same level, but that daily goes, I guess, to here. Yeah, let us know, Rep, how that goes. Yeah, I'm wondering. Believe me, I'm not gonna bother with it at all. It looks fun. Don't get me wrong, it looks fun, but it's not something for me. I don't do that stuff anymore. God damn it, I delete the. But yeah, this is. Can you explain a bit what it is or what it does? He is telling you? Who is telling you? Wait. Some normie keep talking about it. Okay, forgot about it then. If a normie is talking about it, then forgot about it. Short the shit out of it. Oh, it's a part of ADA network. Interesting. How's ADA doing then? Guys, I don't know if you remember the guy Felix. He used to be over here in the group. I really wonder how he's doing. He put way too much money into this. I guess it was his whole mortgage or something talking about. I don't remember. Right now it looks fucking fine and it should go like skyrocket, but yeah, it's a heavy downtrend. Huge funds. I mean, Rep, yeah, I mean, try like a small tight scalps. Like, yeah, it could be a nice one. Long term hold, it's gonna be trade. Privacy coin of, oh, for fuck's sake, those privacy coins. The funny thing, so this is my sarcastic and ironic opinion about privacy coins. The funny thing is, and this is way too ironic, the privacy coins called privacy, they have nothing to do with privacy and way not safe as it gets into the privacy at all. So, yeah, the irony. But hey, there was another one, right? That one, privacy coin. Back at the side retest resistance. Support. That was perfect, by the way. That was perfect hold. Yeah, funny. Night. Batman coin. Night. Fucking night vision or whatever. Ugh. Yeah, interesting. Gonna be for sure. How's this doing, by the way? Is this still alive? People asking me to do the TA on it, but let's look. Funny part. Can I? No, I can't do that. Okay. The funny thing what CZ can do, like to everyone, like do the F, the biggest F in the market, it's gonna be something like this, right? You pull out this, and it's gonna do one big ass F candle to everyone, taking them off guard. Like literally, he need to do like keep grinding this shit, right? Wick, like seriously, way one of the quickest wick you need to do it. Like only 10%. Either it's going to be 10% or 15, right? That wick to the downside and blast everything through it. Like wick everyone out of it and then blast it through. Oh, fucking hell. That's going to be the biggest FU to the market from CZ. I bet you. Oh. Yeah. Something like that. Like he is doing that for fuck's sake. That low over here, what you settle, he broke the structure and then blast through it into the resistance, but still he blasts through it. So fucking I would not be surprised if you're gonna do that. Quick and then bang on. Yeah. Gonna be fun. Anything else, guys, that you like to see? Mm-mm-mm. Anything that? Ooh. Oh, yeah, that was nice. Security. Not that. Like that shit. That fetus. That's freaking hell. Look at that. Beautiful. Jesus. uh, what's that? What's another one, by the way? You had grass and that with G as well. Like refane. Yeah. Not even bothering to zooming out. Like this shit always freaking. This is the perfect shorts. Like guys, like every single high, just aim for that and random bits set it up, and that's gonna be big ass freaking trade that you're gonna have it short. Easy as it gets. Cash. Whoa, that's been a while, eh? I hope you mean that one, yeah, because we have a Casper, we have Cas, and there's one more what starts with KAS. So I hope you mean that one, but never mind. Mm-mm. Max, yeah, that's not gonna happening. Let me zoom out first. Yeah, what's that? Yeah, Mark, have a good one. Yeah, weekly low. Okay, that one. So far, you have a really perfect retest of the weekly low. Um, thing is the reaction from it, what you're getting right now. The only thing what you need to hold, going back at 0.43 and setting a higher low. That scenario is gonna bring you higher, regaining all that high over here. Start to get back at the underside retest, coming over here back at the flip of the whole RSI, and that's could bring you a little bit higher up. This is the most perfect scenario. Doesn't need to play out straight like I just wrote, but this is just a scenario that I'm looking at it on higher time frame, right? This is what you technically want to see. You need to regain that high what you just settled. Why? Because you've been failing from it quite heavily. You didn't regain the weekly low what you failed from. So we are underside retesting right now, coming lower, right? Failing on that low, you aim to get lower, no matter how deep you're gonna get. But you need to hold on that. This you weekly or the high time frame hold. This area, right? You start to get in the daily. What did we do? So this is your resistance, right? Obvious. You can see that as well. The reaction from it quite heavily. Coming back at it, that could be perfect if you start to grind into it, right? And then start to blast into the highs. Yeah. That would be nice. That's what you technically want to see. And then 4 hour. Right now, 4 hour, that's a nice support over here. But you barely holding it. You starting to close. You still have. That's a freaking. Yeah. See? 4 hour low. There it is. You don't want to lose that. You've been testing it already twice. You don't want to lose that. Losing that, all that fair value gap, gonna send you straight into the 0.04. Or if you're lucky, you're gonna hold on this high structure. So yeah, you could either do this, right, or hold that and try to do price action like that. So, yeah. Bit risky. I will wait for it to settle a little bit more on structure. Especially, you would like to see it trading over here instead below here. That's what you want. If you want to trade. If you buy spot, I mean, to be honest with you, this is well good area to buy spot as low as it gets, right? If you start to lose the low, then you DCA more into that. But then, yeah, this is the perfect area to buy spot. For leverage trading, I will wait if you settle this any support over here, or flip this and start to trade above the weekly low. Ding dong. Yeah, me in the house. Yeah. Happy that I am having the sound switched off. The regel. Busy day today. Yeah, it's been. It's been, believe me. Oh, yeah, this is right now, overall, you are in, this is the high of the range, this is the low, you are in the mid one. Holding that, regaining the highs, or trying at least. Failing, you start to get back. So yeah, but yeah, that's been a while we've been here. Gee. I mean, I've been here. I remember we used to do it last year as well, some things with it. There is a bigger chart to it, right? There should be. Need to be more. Yeah, see. There it is. ATS, I hope it was okay for you. Yeah, a lot of area to grab. We need to regain something, right? The first major regain is when you're gonna reach your, of course, 0.8. But then I will aim for this high. Flip that high, start to get into a resistance over here. Biggest hit this year. Very cheap. Yeah, bro. I remember when we used to do this, all of that shit over here. Yeah, I remember. We used to buy all those spots like this. That was the whole thing, right? We've been playing all of that, I guess. I didn't. I think I sold as well some of them like over here, maybe a bit more, and then I like fucking never mind. Yeah, that one was it. Yeah, Casper the ghost. Yeah, yeah, that one. Casper. Yeah, Casper the ghost. But yeah, I remember we've been doing some shit with it. There's so many tokens we used to have, man, bro. I mean, it doesn't for the few dollars. Yeah, sold 400x or more. That was a really good one. Oh, see ya. Stop, I leave. See ya, Jack. Okay. Midstream. What are we doing? Is recorder actually working? Which, oh, I don't know. Didn't check it, to be honest. Last, what I saw when I upload my files, that last my videos, like last 4 or something that he been recording, it been quite broken, if I can say like that. I don't know if it's working. I didn't check it yet. But yeah, guys, how are you bots doing? Something working? Going on? Oh yeah, that one flipped. Right, yeah. Short. Go trying again. Yeah, let's see. Jupiter been the best one. The midweek to outlook. Okay. Something off with this. You sure? What the fuck is? Oh, fans. Oh, that's fine. That can update midstream. No worries. Yeah. Never mind. But yeah, guys, how are you doing on the bots? Hope you are enjoying it. Ugh. Be nice. The bot master is in the house here, so be nice on him. Okie dokie. Yeah, I think that's all from me. Not much to say about it. Is like see what's gonna be in a couple hours. Let the price settle down, and yeah, straight away. Little confused on the bots. You shouldn't be confused. They should make your life easy. What are you confused about it? Tell me now. We're gonna sort you out. API from Hype gives error. Do you mean this? If you mean wait. Do you mean this? This error? If you mean this error, you can leave it alone. I spoke with the support and they say ignore it because that gives you, it's really freaking something stupid. But this gives you error that you don't have founds in spot. But to be honest with you, I don't think people are using bots for spot. Most time they're using for leverage. If you put, for example, like and bucks into the spot or you buy something on spot, that error, quote unquote, will disappear. What question? If you got from on UTPs that would have triggered break even, do you manage this or? I mean, front runs, yeah, it happens. Like it depends. Like, are you watching the charts constantly? Are you watching the bots what they're doing? Then of course you can like jump in manually and take that quote unquote TP if you need it and put you break even in, right? If you want to be safe, then yes, of course, that's better to protect yourself. But most of the times I'm leaving the bot as it is. I don't react to them. Only thing what I maybe change sometimes, but really, really rarely, I'm increasing or decreasing the leverage on it. Or adding the founds more, or like adding up to the founds that I'm already having into him, right? But that's on everyone each, right? Everyone have his own thing to do. They have SpaceX shares. Okay, NDA. Digital asset. So Neptune have his own digital asset. Yeah. Yeah, quite. Yeah, exactly. Like Ego is saying. The whole part of the bots is to leave them alone, right? You manage them by looking over them, and you really need to jump into it when something really badly is happening. Then, of course, but 99% you leave them alone and let them run, even if they are hitting the stop loss after stop loss. And of course, if you have like 6 stop loss in a row, then yeah, you can like decide like if you're gonna keep doing it, yes or not. But it shouldn't be happening. I like as well. One stop loss, one still active, right? Over here, what we have. This was break-even trade. This was the proper trade, proper trade. Stop loss, proper break-even, right? Still fine. Over here, break-even, stop loss, break-even, stop loss, and now we are in the position. Twice, perfect. 9.7%, 12.11% with one break even. I mean, on Jupiter, Wick? Really? Are you on Hyperliquid or thumbs up? Bro, Lemsby, please don't. Are you for real? Are you for real? Lemsby, do I need to show you this? By the way, you didn't know, but look at that. Didn't know that? God damn it, I need to learn you so much. Never use emoji. This is the best part of TradingView. Look at that. You can have the best emoji ever. All of my DNA picture now. Thank you, good sir. And that's a mentoring lesson, guys. That's how it works. If you don't, yeah, I was thinking exactly the same. Like, oh shit, what did I do? All right, let's get back on the real stuff. NDA was it right? No, wait, what? NDA, you said right? Holy fuck. Okay, why does this look like XRP chart? Let me scroll back. NDA. It is. Why does it look the exact the same as freaking? Okay. So that's a range of 3 years. That's low. Not really having a lot of faith in that one, but that's not really this. This is exactly doing what here happens. This one, well, here, another one. Not something that I would like say, like, yeah, I'm gonna trade the shit out of it, to be honest. Mm. Same thing. This level, yearly and Q4, that's you make it or break it. You need to regain that. It means you're gonna close anything above that and you need to hold this level. For the most perfect scenario, you don't want to come back anymore to the December. And then you start to do this, right? Exact the same thing what you've been doing to the downside. Grind stuff up, regain stuff. If you don't gonna do that, right? If you start to break this or going even higher, to break that like this, you're gonna do most likely same thing, right? Because you still didn't regain anything. That high from May was the first higher high you settled, and you broke that. like those kind of charts. But of course, this can, of course, like out of the blue. Oh, that's the wrong one. Do this, right? That's 2.5x possible. Like if you think about it, like if this whole structure is exact the same thing what you did over here, then yeah, you wait for that freaking explosion move again. Spot wise, yeah, you could bother with it if you want. I don't think you can. No, you cannot leverage trade that. That's um no, it's hmm. Like why this daily open send you there? Like why? Like you open up you. So the thing is, like, this is as well like why I don't like this shit. Like breakout trade, right? You open up daily on freaking higher than the whole chart. You send it for fucking no reason, 50%. Grabbing, oh, sorry, no reason. There is a reason. This is like couple millions reason over here. If you're not gonna get here, you're gonna start failing this. Be aware you're gonna grab all of that for sure. Same what you did over here. Believe me, it's not something that I will even bother with at all. Like it gives me already headache looking at that. When I try to set up signal, but when it let me bot API, when I change it, it gives the error message. Maybe I should ignore it. But are you trading on spot then? No, you need the funds to be on the Hyperliquid, not on into your wallet. They need to be deposited to Hyperliquid to be able to trade from. But are they in your perp trade? And is it the same error what I just sent you? Is that the same what it gives you? This. Is this the error what you're talking about? If this is the error and you are trading from Spurp, right, and you don't have asset in spot, you can ignore that. That's what the whole freaking support said to me, and I've been posting about that. Give me a second. Over here. No, it's different. Fuck. What kind of? Can you screenshot the error? Yeah, Soraya, that's fine, but be careful with it. I don't like that kind of behavior of the chart, and it gives me headache already looking on it. But oh yeah, that's the ape. Yeah, but where does it show you that? Can you screenshot it? Does it show on the bot itself, or does it show you in my exchange as an API thing? I understand that you say API error, but where does it show you? That's quite important as well. That's freaking weird. Like, how is that possible? But you do have funds in Hyperliquid, right? USDC, right? You have that. Europe. You can trade from it, right? You can put a trade on it, so that shouldn't be. Which wallet do you use, by the way? Shouldn't be the case then. Do you get this? When you open your Rabby wallet, right? Do you get this? While you are on window trading. Sorry guys, doing some support work here as well. Meanwhile, the stream. Is stream been already quite finished? I don't have nothing much to talk. If you don't have any questions, I haven't seen that. Just go to Wonder Trading and open up your wallet on top of it, right? If we have the extension on your browser for it, and you should have that message what I just sent you. Also, it's connected to Wonder Trading. If not, then what I would suggest you remove the whole API from Hyperliquid, remove that, and reconnect that again with Wonder Trading. Or as well, if you don't mind, like please, you could ask the support as well, because they can see exactly what it is and where it's coming from. We are just technically guessing and just going by the things that we know. But the support is pretty good on that side. So I've been poking them quite a lot. Eagle even more. So yeah, we kind of know already who is good and who is not in the support. Mm. You got that. So it's connected. I don't know. Then I would suggest you to like remove the whole API to your Hyperliquid. Just remove it from the window trading and start again. Like try to connect it again. That's just 2 clicks to connect it, right, to the Rebby wallet, and see if that arrow starts popping up. If that arrow pops up, then be my guess. Like reach out to support, and they're gonna be like way quicker to help you out with it than us guessing where it can be and what it could mean. If not something that we had in the past, because I don't recall to having that issue what you're having. And the window trading with that code, that is the API for Hyperliquid, definitely, because when you set up the bot and you connect, right? Yeah, that shows the whole error message. But are your bots still running? Are they firing it up left and right? Or is there as well, like in the log of the bots, something like, oh, error this or that? Because if your bot's still firing up and they are still taking the trade that it should take, then it's all fine. There's something else that maybe, like I'm saying, with this stupid spot position that it's empty, for example, if you don't have anything there that shows error, they might have different things as well to it, right? This in setup on the general. Setup under general. Oh, lost me. You lost me. Anyhow, let's talk about it in the bot masters chat maybe later on, and try to reach out for the support. They're gonna find it much more quicker and efficient. What's going on with it? Like now, I'm just starting to guess. I have no clue. I never had that error. What you having? Oh yeah. Moving on. So guys, be aware for the price action in a couple hours. from now. Let's see what it's going to bring us. Still, we are kind of facing to go a little bit more lower. That's fine. Right, nothing major yet happening to it. So it was a perfect underside retest of the daily open, of course. And now we are retracing a little bit lower. Let's see if we're going to find out the support. And yeah, let's settle the price action for today after the whole meeting. And let's see what's going to bring us. Definitely. So far, so good, I guess. Stay safe. If you're not sure trading today or you're a little bit scared, then by all means, stay away. That's the best thing what you can do. And let the price come to you. Don't rush anything. There is no need even to catch any knives or like jumping into the trade unnecessary, right? So, peace out. I'm going to see you on Sunday or maybe tomorrow on the market update. Let's see. And have a good one. Enjoy and keep it safe. Later.